This is classic IgG4 related sialadenitis. And the first thing you'll notice is that only half the gland is affected. So this half is affected while this half is not. And this is very common with IgG4 related sialadenitis. The next very classic feature of this disease is this jigsaw puzzle-like appearance. These inflamed lobules surrounded by expanded interlobular stroma. The third feature, this is helpful but not classic, are these relatively large germinal centers. Often they're larger and more irregular than this. But as far as I am concerned, the most classical feature of IgG4-related sialadenitis lies in the interlobular stroma. It is this expanded interlobular stroma that looks very inflamed. What are the cells in there? A lot of them are myofibroblasts, but then there's an intense lymphoplasmacytic infiltrate. And if you look around, you will find eosinophils. Now again, in that interlobular stroma, this is the place where you will find storiform type fibrosis. Now I will confess that this is not classic storiform fibrosis, and many cases of IgG4 related sialadenitis will not show classic storiform type fibrosis. Instead, will show this sort of an appearance, the cellular inflamed interlobular stroma. Perhaps the most helpful feature for this diagnosis is obliterative phlebitis. Now here's a vein. As you can see, it's inflamed, but certainly not obliterated. There's the lumen right there. But then if you follow, it's probably the same vein that's coming down from up here to down here. Now you can see that it is partially obliterated. Obliterative phlebitis is perhaps the most characteristic feature of IgG4-related sialadenitis. In fact, this particular case has a bonus, and the bonus is that there's inflammation in an arterial channel. This is obliterative arteritis. And I know you've been dying to see the IgG4 stain. I'll tell you a couple of things. One is that increase is great. You do need increased numbers of IgG4 positive plasma cells, greater than 100 per high power field, but do not entirely rely on the presence of elevated IgG4 positive plasma cells.